it that his close friend Corey Gamble just snitched on him to the feds, and even handed over some physical evidence to the feds in exchange for immunity. When the trial starts, and get this according to reports, one of the evidence pieces that Corey handed over to the feds is allegedly how did he set up Kim Porter's as payback for not only trying to expose him in her memoir, but also helping Cassie escape his mistreatment, and just to make sure that the job got done. He allegedly had Corey stand back to make sure the job was completed, and that there was no physical evidence linking Diddy to the alleged. It looks like Corey allegedly kept the receipts all this time, and he is singing like a canary to the feds. So it looks like the feds finally listened to Al Shore and Kim Porter family, because rumor has it that they just officially reopened the investigation into Kim Porter's alleged. Everybody knows that the people have been pointing fingers at Diddy for the longest time. And it turns out that it wasn't just outsiders accusing him, because Kim Porter's family, as well as Al Shore's, believed it as well. In fact, reports have it that Kim's family even had plans to bring a wrongful death lawsuit against Diddy after she died, which just proves that they totally believe that he had something to do with it. An insider said they all have been contacted by the FBI, and 3 family members and 6 friends have been interviewed already and have been told to stay quiet. According to Kim's ex, Cassie told lawyers upon filing her own lawsuit against Diddy that she had information about the death of Kim Porter, and she has proof of the reason why Kim was. But if you're wondering why they suspected Diddy, it's because the police had a lot of questions about the things that didn't add up about how she is supposedly passed away from pneumonia. The document said when Kim passed, there were questions about the manner in which she died. If they are going to say that it was pneumonia and that she passed away peacefully in sleep, then why was there on Kim's pillowcases and also a slight trail on the bedroom floor that led to the bathroom? Why hasn't that been mentioned? Kim was not found unresponsive in bed. She was dizzy, on the bathroom floor, and if they found her in bed, then she was strategically placed there. Kim was not found by so-called housemates. That's a lie too. She was being supervised by a medical professional that was handpicked by Sean. Also, the last call Kim made was to 911 at 243 a.m. But Kim was found passed away later in the morning around 11 o'clock. But her family wasn't the only ones who had suspicions. Her ex-husband, Al also hinted that Diddy allegedly had something to do with it. And yes, I said ex-husband, because Al Shore recently revealed that he and Kim were actually married, so she was more than just his baby mother. He said, "Every time I post something, I forget it's me. I'm a grandfather, so my concern is not being popular and trying to get numbers and likes. That's not what I do, but I posted something the other day talking about my ex-wife. Yeah, I said it, my ex-wife, Kimberly, but nobody knew because we didn't discuss being married. We didn't discuss that ever so often. I gave her a tribute." Well, Al Shore has hinted at this several times, that Diddy allegedly knew more about Kim's passing on IG when he said, "I just found this footage from the morning I learned of Kim Porter's and how it RIP the soul from my physical body. I do know very clearly that Kimberly didn't just check out all of a sudden over pneumonia. That's some BS. We just celebrated our son's new deal in Christmas special with Netflix. And she was in fantastic health as well, laughing, seeing me and Diddy's mutual exchange at the theater. I'm going to leave it here. Don't let the love songs fool you." Al Shore also hinted that the feds were investigating the case, and he posted a throwback picture of them and wrote, "She sent me this saying, life imitating art, art imitates life. Now it all makes sense. She told me other stuff too. She was running. I said, call the FBI. Well, after Diddy got arrested by the feds, people immediately started to talk about how he allegedly univ Kim, and the rumors got incredibly strong. It was so strong that Kim's kids released a statement asking people to stop talking about her passing, defending Diddy, and saying that he had never done anything bad to Kim. Well, the statement said, "We have seen so many hurtful and false rumors circulating about our parents Kim Porter and Sean Coles' relationship, as well as about our mom's tragic passing, that we feel the need to speak out. Claims that our mom wrote a book are simply untrue. She did not. And anyone claiming to have a manuscript is misrepresenting themselves. Additionally, Please understand that any so-called friend speaking on behalf of our mom or her family is not a friend, nor do they have her best interest at heart. They continued our lives were shattered when we lost our mother. She was our world, and nothing has been the same since she passed. Allah has been incredibly difficult to reconcile how she could be taken from us too soon. The cause of her death has long been established. There was no foul play. Grief is a lifelong process, and we ask that everyone respect our request for peace as we continue to cope with their loss every day. We are deeply saddened that the world has made a spectacle of what has been the most tragic event of our lives. Our mother should be remembered for the beautiful, strong, kind, and loving woman she was. Her memory should not be tainted by horrific conspiracy theories. They then ended this statement with, "We ask that everyone please respect our mother Kim Porter and hold her legacy in high regard, so that she may rest in peace. It's what she deserves. We love you and miss you, Mommy." Quincy, Christian, Jesse, and Delilah. This is wild, you guys, because everybody knows that Diddy was super and cruel towards Kim when they were together, and it even continued after they broke up. He was so violent with her that Kim eventually started fighting back and even sent Diddy to the earth.
When they were at home at Kim's house on 110th Street, he wanted to, put his hands on her in the wrong way. And Kim took one of those corkscrews and ripped his wrist up and hit an artery. And when she did that, he had to rush over to St. Luke's Hospital.
The relationship was pretty toxic, and there's even a report that he broke her nose. This article on the incident said Diddy Combs' girlfriend Kim Porter was left with a broken nose after the couple argued on Coles' yacht, and Sandro Pay Combs flew in with a specialist plastic surgeon from Geneva after the accident. Porter has since claimed that she hurt her face after she banged her nose on a table. It gets worse though, because several insiders also claim that Diddy put hands on Kim's boyfriend, who she started dating after she broke up with Diddy. An insider reported that Kim was seeing Shakir and Diddy found out and he lost it. He tracked Shakir down to his hotel, then Diddy went up there without security and beat him to a blood pool. Don't let the shiny suits and curls fool you. Diddy will F a man up. A few weeks later, Shakir mysteriously ended up dead, and fingers immediately pointed to Diddy, even though there's no evidence that he did it. So it was wild that her kids would come out to say that Diddy never did anything to their mom. Now, the twins might have been too young to see what was going on, but the boys, especially Quincy, were definitely old enough to see what was happening, so it was weird that they were defending Diddy. But Albie Shore eventually came out to change the narrative again, and he boldly insisted that Kim's death was calling on the feds to reopen the investigation. He also claimed that not only was she, but the fact that her laptop and memoir manuscript was stolen proves that it was an inside job. He said Miss Porter's missing devices, allegedly already in evidence, unquestionably contain the critical evidence that have been concealed. I'm convinced that the evidence corroborates closely with the details outlined in the recently released public indictment document. It is pertinent to note that the individuals involved in this matter may also be connected to also concealing the alleged of several prominent artists, a situation that has left many bewildered, yet those who are immersed in the culture and familiar with the intricacies of the entertainment industry may have a clearer understanding of the obvious. While he also claimed that the supposed memoir making the rounds is fake, he insisted that Kim did have one, and that she was allegedly because of it. He wrote, "Unfortunately, Kalina was taken from us way too soon, and before she could complete her true thoughts, before this fake unauthorized edit released on Amazon, which the disappearance of her computer and vital evidence raises significantly more questions. It is evident that her potential to expose the realities of her personal being human. He was privy to akin to the brave actions of Mrs. Cassie Ventura, posed a threat to those profit from such heinous activities. In a nutshell, Kimberly was allegedly taken from us because she was set on course to accomplish what Mrs. Cassie Ventura did by igniting the bonfire, which brings us here today with a avalanche that has brought Satan to their chambers." He then dropped some hints that Diddy had been behind his own coma, and that he had the receipts to back up his claim. He wrote, "There's so much to unpack. Unfortunately, I'm the only survivor by the blessings of a medical team that initially gave up because of multiple system organ failure.